right, moving right on down the formula sheet chart. We are only talking about volume today. So we're going to be talking about volume of prisms, so this guy, and volume of cylinders. Okay? Now, before we get going, the volume of a prism looks like it's a square or a rectangle, and then you extend out the sides, and then you've got the bottom. Now, I know this isn't beautiful, whatever. The part that is your face is this. So this is your face. So the area of a rectangle is area equals length times width. Well, now we're just taking that length and that width and we're stretching it. So that's why volume is length times width times height. For a cylinder, the base, the face, is a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, and now we just have to stretch it. So volume is pi r squared h. So the only new thing that we have added on is this h, because we're making a 2D figure 3D, so we have to account the height now. In general, volume, there's lots of different practical applications of when we talk about volume, but essentially it's what's inside. What's inside. So if you think about filling something with water, or I'm trying to think of different buzzwords. Maybe we'll do that in class next time, but different things. It's the inside of the 3D figure. So if I say how much soup is in the can, that's a volume question. How much confetti is in the box? That's a volume question. So it's inside. All right, here's our first one. Find the volume. So volume equals length times width times height. Volume equals, and honestly, it does not matter which order you put it in because multiplication is commutative. So 3 times 2 times 4. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24. And then meters, so for volume, I'm multiplying 1m, 2m, 3m's, so it's meters cubed. Once again, we have another rectangular prism. Now, another thing I want to just make clear real quick, a cube is the same thing as a rectangular prism because the cube is just a square that is, so all the sides are the same number, but you would do the same thing, volume equals length times width times height. So volume equals length times width times height. Volume equals 2 times 6 times 2. So 2 times 6 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24 millimeters cubed. All right, those are easy. Here's our cylinders. So they could be on the side like this, or they could be upright. First thing we need to make sure is that we have, so volume equals pi r squared h. So volume equals 3.14. My radius, and I need to make sure, but they did in fact give me the radius, so 4 squared, and then the height is 15. All right. Where did I put it? Okay. I don't know. All right, so the first thing you do before you start plugging into your calculator is you have to take care of those exponents. So 4 squared is 16. Bring everything else down. And now I can start plugging it into my calculator. So 3.14 times 16 times 15 gives me 753.6 feet cubed. All right, so it's a cylinder. Volume equals pi r squared h. First of all, if I look over here, this is the diameter. So I need to go ahead and cut that diameter in half. So radius is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. Okay? Now let's go ahead and plug back in. So volume equals 3.14. My radius is 4 squared, and my height is 8. Got to get rid of that squared first. So 4 squared is 16. Bring everything else down. And now I multiply. 3.14 times 16 times 8 gives me 401.92 inches cubed. All right. I think that's all I gave you for practice problems because it's pretty straightforward. So here are or for examples, here are your practice problems. Make sure you do a 7 and 8 and think about them, because for number 7, look, it says how many gallons of water can the pool contain? Okay, so down here, not only are you going to have to figure out how many feet are in there, but then you're going to have to convert using that scale. All right, and then you need to tell me which school, the school or the gym locker, has more storage space, and I need to see all your work. Okay?